What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the weekly live stream. This originally started because I would stream at least once a week on Wednesday, but now I've started streaming all the time because I'm constantly getting harassed to stream. But I'm here for the weekly live stream. Every single Wednesday night I go live at the bare minimum each week. And we can talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. We can talk about The Ultimate Fighter, which I made a video about. We can talk about the upcoming fights for this Saturday. UFC Vegas 74. Kai Kara France versus Amir Albazi. And, yeah, here I am. I already did my full card predictions for that card. Let me see how that actually is doing. I haven't checked that out. It's doing all right. Not great, not terrible. I got a lot of comments. Saying I should keep doing it. I'm debating if I want to do it for $289. I don't know. I probably will, but I'm on the fence about it. But I just put in the title, Kai Kara France, Amir Albazi, UFC 289, TUF, McGregor, Chandler. Got a lot of hate on the TUF video. A lot of hate on the TUF video. The ultimate disaster is what I called it. And, yeah, a lot of people, I guess, who love The Ultimate Fighter and love Conor McGregor and love hearing Michael Chandler say "see" at the top. And I guess there's people that love that shit. That's not me. That's not my enjoyment. But people aren't happy that I criticized it. But it is what it is. It's the ultimate disaster if you ask me. It's the ultimate disaster if you ask me. Diamond Gok. Thank you for the $1.99. Joey, I'll send you 10 to watch a 2-minute anime fight. What is it, though? I don't know. If it's going to be some weird shit, I can't promise to watch it. And you're going to have to send it. So you're going to have to tell me what it is first. Then I'll decide whether or not I'm going to watch it. And then you'll have to send the $10 before I watch it. Because I just feel like it's going to be some weird shit, and then you're just going to be like, oh, haha, I'm not sending you it. But thank you for the $1.99. We'll see. What is up, Blaze? What's up, Jungle Mania? Get on, Joey. It's time for your nightly session of pleasuring grown men. Yeah. What's up, Blaze? What's up, Mario? What's up, Xavier? What's up, Days? And narrate? I don't know about narrate it. Come on now. Now you're getting a little wild. Hey, Joey, I took your advice and got some slack from my friends, but I don't want to be a part of that. I'm just going to stick to my apprenticeship. Dude, I'm happy to hear that, man. If I could affect somebody from doing something a little bit unethical, I'm happy to do it. Dude, it's better that way. It's better to be a morally sound person rather than prioritizing money over morals, I think, you know. So I'm happy to hear that, Mike. I'm happy I could have an influence. I'm happy I could answer your question. And that actually makes me happy for starting this channel, because I just think doing sleazy stuff just to have some type of come up, people who do that just really piss me off. So I'm glad you didn't do it, dude. Is this on Makhachev in TUF episode? No idea. I have no idea on that one, buddy. I couldn't tell you. I could not tell you. The fight at the end of TUF was low-level IQ, low-level high school brawl. Dude, the Robert Roosevelt's KO, or Roosevelt Roberts KO. Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Took me 8 seconds. Oh, I already saw what happened. Great. Swell. What a barn burner. We're under 300 subs away, guys. We're under 300 subs away from 10K. So do me a favor, like this stream, subscribe to the channel. I would greatly appreciate it. There was something weird with the analytics for a little bit, but it appears to be back working. I got to do my video grading UFC 289. Joe, you excited for Holly Holm, Myra Bueno Silva? No. I was checked out of the MMA media for a while. Did Conor enter the testing pool? That's a tough question to answer. The UFC is saying he did, but there's no test reported by USADA of Conor McGregor as of yet. And it's updated weekly. I saw your video on TUF. Some points I agree with, but it's barely the first episode, and we should give it some time. In the 5th episode, then we should then judge it. It's been the same show for 10 years, dude. That's why I've continued to judge it for the last however many months that I've been talking about. So, just subbed out of Potty JK. I did it for sub for good content. Oh, out of pity. Thank you, Johnson. I appreciate you subbing. We're creeping. We're finally going to get to 10K in like the next week, and it's going to be so satisfying. We'll get there in June at the bare minimum, but I know July is going to be a great month, guys. July is going to be a really good month for the channel. I'm really excited. And but in the next week to 2 weeks, really the next week we should get it. I mean, we're 393. We're 293 subscribers away. I've got that in one day before. So we should be able to get it by the end of the week, but we'll see. It's a lot of slow stuff going on. But with 289 next week, I think we'll get there. Do you think the UFC should have rehydration clauses? I don't know enough about it to say one way or another. I really don't know. Joey, do you have any martial arts training? Literally, I have a Venom fight kit. And if you don't know, if you have a Venom fight kit, you're essentially an elite level fighter at all facets. I would literally dirt Volk in my Venom fight kit, okay? Unless he was wearing a Venom fight kit as well. Outside of that, I would dirt him bad. It'd be really bad for him. So, Joe, what do you think? Who do you think Khamzat is fighting next? I don't know. At this point, I'm all out of thoughts. I've guessed, I've pried, I've poked, I've guessed again. I've educated, guessed this, educated that, guessed that. It wouldn't shock me if Khamzat never fights again at this point. I hope that doesn't happen, but would not shock me whatsoever. What's up, Fries? Might go to 290 hype, dude. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome, bro. UFC 290 is looking beautiful. And what's crazy is UFC 290 is a month away, bro. UFC 290 is a month away. Month out from UFC 290. Isn't it crazy there was talk of that being Jones? It's a great card, though, overall. Ew, Jimmy Crute versus Alonzo Menifield. Brain Dead CTE versus Brain Dead CTE. That's Sean Brady versus Jack Della Maddalena. Robbie Lawler versus Nico Price. Dan Hooker versus Jalen Turner. Robert Whitaker versus Dracus Duplessis. Bo Nickel, Trayshawn Gore. Brandon Moreno, Alexandre Pantoja. And Alexander Volkanovski versus Jair Rodriguez. You also got Christian Rodriguez versus Cameron Saman. That's a banger of a fight. That is a banger of a fight, to be honest. I love that fight. That's like an early prelim, and that's a great fight. Christian Rodriguez versus Cameron Saman. That's underrated as hell. That's 290 is going to be fun. I was thinking about it, so I did the full card predictions for this week's card. I was thinking about debuting the full card predictions for 290 because that's how good it is. And I was just like, there's no way I can do a full breakdown and prediction for every fight I want to do. So, I mean, every fight on this card is just... Even Vitor Petrino versus Marcin Prachnio. This is a good fight. Kamala Kirk versus Esteban Ribovics. Who did he just beat? Oh, no, he lost. Okay, I'm wrong. I thought he just fought someone and won. But I'm wrong. I got you, Joey. It's fucking badass. Just type in YouTube Jack Hamma. It's the first video of him eating steak. You won't regret it. Dude, I feel like this is something dumb. I'm not making any promises, bro. This is some weird shit. What's this gonna be? What is this? I just have a feeling this is gonna go somewhere. I don't need to. I don't know. It just seems like some weird anime. Okay, dude is eating steak. Thank you for the $10. We'll go through like a minute and a half of it. Dude's eating steak. He's talking to some other dude. He's eating some more steak. Very weirdly eating steak. Some other dude's just sitting there in a chair. They're talking back and forth. They keep talking. Now they're looking at each other. Now the one guy who's huge just stands up in front of him. And now they're in a different place somehow. I guess in a back alley. One's got a toothpick in his mouth. The other dude's jumping up and down. And shadow boxing. Let's see what this is. Now he's just staring at him. Okay, one dude looks like a ghost. Now there's a tornado. He punches him in the face. What makes you want me to watch this video? They're just fighting Dragon Ball Z style. Alright, now he punches. They're just fighting back and forth. Dude's got a bloody nose. Now he's looking for a tackle. Eats a left hand. Eats an uppercut. He's diving in on a double leg. How does this got 7 million views? Dude, the white guy is jacked. He's got a bloody nose. He's just walking forward. Just smashes him into the pavement. Now he's putting his shirt back on. But the other guy looks like he's getting back up. He's not done yet. Don't ask me what the hell are we watching right now. All right, we got like 30 seconds left. He throws his shirt at him. Now he sprints at him, hits him with a right hand. Oh, the guy's dodging though. Lands a head kick, it looks. Then eats a left hand, uppercut. And then a body shot. Now he's saying, just bring it. This dude's just taking a beating and he's all bloodied. And now his face just eats a big right hand. Yeah, I don't know what's going on here. And then the guy walks off and that was it. After he ate the steak, he just whooped him down. He just whooped him down. You had some Conor fanboys, big mad, speaking truths about TUF. Yeah, dude, I had some Conor fanboys pissed. They were like, how dare you insert... How dare you insert... How dare you insult my Conor McGregor? How dare you? How could you? I don't know, man. A lot of people complaining. But thank you, Diamond, for the $10. They fought tooth and nail. It's got 7 million views. Just whooped his ass. I'm just Xing out extra tabs now. Just wanted to hear your reaction. Appreciate it. Yeah, I don't know. It was a wild Dragon Ball Z-esque fight. That's all I can say. Thank you for the $10. I saw a Conor fan saying him and Khabib were 1-1 because Khabib scared him over the bus, isn't it? Dude, if Khabib would have got out of that bus, he would have whooped Conor bad. I don't know what all the hate about TUF 31. I felt the first episode was good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, SK. That's all I can say. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Gane versus Sergey would literally be the best striking we've seen by heavyweights. Both guys have the stand-up techniques of lightweights. Are you trolling? You trolling? As far as I'm concerned, Jorge and Colby are 1-1. Yeah. That's yeah, that's it. I don't know. I feel like you guys are trolling me half the time. Dude said Sergey has the elite level striking. He's got the elite prowess of somebody like, I don't know. No, he would have had, it was Conor and 100 of his friends. Habib only had Ali by his side. Habib would have gotten killed. Let's be real. One-on-one, Habib kills Conor every time. Dude, Habib probably would have beat up Conor and then beat up all his friends too. You know all Conor's friends would have jumped in if he started beating up Conor. We need Armin versus Fiziev next. Sign me up. Habib would have killed McGregor because Conor would have fought MMA. They teach all types of dirty shit in Russia. When you said, are you trolling? Hey. Would Shavkat beat the brakes off Colby or close fight? I think Shavkat would beat the brakes off Colby and send him back to witness protection. Yeah. Sergey's a heavyweight Poirier. Yeah, you're right. He's a heavyweight Poirier. He's got the technical prowess of a prime Conor McGregor. Gonna go to UFC 290 with Clay Guida and the boys, and we will leave before the main event because it's our bedtime. Thoughts on Moicano versus Malarkey? Well, what makes you throw out that random matchup that's not necessarily happening? Matter of fact, you just reminded me I got to go to Tapology and make another pick. I haven't seen this other guy. I'm going to have to watch this other guy's footage, but I'm going to lock in a pick right now. I'm going to pick Malarkey. I'm going to say Malarkey decision. But I got to go watch the other guy. I might change my pick, but I want to lock it in so I at least have a pick on Tapology. Thoughts on Mark Madsen versus Claudio Puelles? Was that announced or no? Or are you just saying thoughts on that fight? Jalton is a heavyweight Habib. Okay. But Moicano versus Malarkey, I would like that matchup. I think Moicano deserves a bigger fight, but I like that fight. Thoughts on Brock Lesnar versus Islam for UFC 300? Sounds like a barn burner. Gun to your head, how many pay-per-view buys does UFC 290 do? Gun to my head, I think it does 500,000, 600,000 pay-per-view buys. Yeah, and I think I live. I think I live. I'm just throwing out a random fight that would suck. Okay, I thought so. But I have no desire to see that fight. I think Mark Madsen would get subbed, maybe. Our UFC Singapore main event in August will be TKZ versus Holloway. Please, no. Please, no. Don't do it, UFC. Don't you do it. Honest opinion on the WWE deal with UFC? I mean, I don't think it changes much. I think it's just one big entity owning two smaller entities that are not going to cross over. It's just easier if they want to do business between each other. Tabitha Ritchie or Tracy Cortez, who's more attractive? I think Werner Janaroba's got them both beat. UFC fight cards have been trash. Yeah, the last few weeks haven't been great at any point. It's unfortunate. Fight Center, major results, UFC, Dern versus Hill. They really gave Dern Hill the fight of the month. The UFC called it the fight of the month. That's crazy. So Dern versus Hill was supposedly better than Cejudo Sterling. Dern versus Hill was supposedly better than Movsar Evloev versus Diego Lopez. That's crazy. UFC smoking crack. At one point, there were rumors TKZ versus Ilya as a South Korea fight main event. As a TKZ fan, I wanted to cry upon hearing the news. Dude, the Max Holloway news isn't much better. The Max Holloway news is not much better. Dude got the brakes beat off of him badly. They'll never be the same after that Volk beatdown. Make some noise if you are ready. Shout out John O. Luis Saldana is an American mixed martial artist who competes in the featherweight division of the Ultimate Fighting Championship. Dude, why are you copying Wikipedia pages? Bellator or PFL? I think they're both about even, to be honest. Depends what night. Yeah, something along those lines. One or Ryzen? I haven't seen a whole lot of Ryzen, so I have to go with one. Dern is another fighter with Dana White privilege. They're trying to make her a star. Oh, I know. I know. One championship better than Bellator and PFL? I agree with that. For sure, for sure, for sure. I'm with you on that one, buddy. Buddy boy. In the last 30 days, almost 50% of the people who watch my videos do not subscribe to the channel. That's craziness. That's nuts. Fiziev versus Gamrot, who wins? I'll probably go Fiziev, but I would be nervous. Gamrot's got excellent takedowns. Ribas versus Barber prediction. I've got Barber by robbery decision. I swear I was going to say Barber probably lose and get the robbery decision. So I agree with you. Prime TKZ really could have been something if he wasn't forced to do the military service. Probably would have been champ. But he had his prime stolen from him and no one talks about it. It is unfortunate. Dude disappeared for years. Sad. Thoughts on Dan Ige versus Nate Landwehr? I like the matchup. I think it'll be fun, but I think Nate Landwehr is going to get the break speed off of him, to be honest. How does Usman Nurmagomedov do in the lightweight division? Also, thoughts on him versus Volk? I think he would do very good in the lightweight division. I think he'd be top 5. How does he do versus Volk? Probably loses to Volk, but I don't know. It's tiring to see Gamrot fighting unranked fighters because Gaethje, Poirier, Chandler's circle doesn't end. He fought Beneil, dude. He fought Jalen, dude. So what are you going with there? But I get what you mean, but that's not the fighter to make the comparison. That's not the fighter to make the comparison. Gamrot's had 2 ranked opponents in his last 2 fights. So I thought you sounded like a miserable prick in your last video, but then I realized I agree with everything you said. Dude, people are so annoying. I was looking through the comments. People are like, "Why are you so negative?" Oh, let's not talk about me saying this weekend's fight card's really good. Better than people are giving it credit for. Let's not talk about top 3 reasons I love UFC 289. Let's not talk about the UFC's on the verge of booking a massive fight for UFC 293. Let's not talk about the fact that I talked about PFL and Francis Ngannou's groundbreaking new deal. Prediction videos for amazing fights that I can't wait for. All these videos, post fights of cards I loved and I thought were exciting. And, is this card worth your money because it's a crazy good fight card? And, people are constantly like, "Oh, you're only negative." When I got plenty, looking through my channel right now, there's plenty of positive content. Plenty of positive content. But of course I got to talk about the negatives. And I think a lot of people want to live in an echo chamber where everyone agrees with them and everyone tells them everything they want to hear. You don't have to agree with me. I'm not holding a gun to your head and saying you got to agree with me. I'm not going to send Clay Guida and his boys after you if you don't agree with me. Watch, move on, don't watch. I don't care. You want to agree with me, you don't want to agree with me. But the people that are, "Oh, why you got to be negative?" Like, calm down. What did we learn? Where I talk about, UFC 288, what did we learn from the card? It was a great card. It was fun. Robert Whitaker versus Dricus du Plessis. Oh, crazy fight. Out of left field. What else we got? Reasons I love UFC 287. Josh Emmett versus Ilia Topuria announced, where I break down the fight and talk about how good it is. And I'm looking forward to it. I could go on and 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 pick out 70% of my videos are probably positive. Bare minimum, it's 50-50 without actually going through. And there's some that's just kind of not negative or positive, I guess. But, yeah, I don't know. Those people are idiots. Absolute idiots. They can disagree with me, that's fine. But, oh, why you got to be so negative, bro? Do you hate the UFC? No, I don't hate the UFC. I love watching the UFC. But, yeah, that's my little rant for the day. Vince G, thank you for the $5 dono. Do you think PFL will ever allow elbows? Do you think they need it in order to be successful? I do not believe they need it in order to be successful. But I think it's a mistake to not have it. And I've never really got to the bottom of why they don't have it, to be honest. But I do believe it's a mistake. And I'm going to say yes, they eventually add it. I think if they are able to grow their business, if they're able to grow their business enough, eventually there'll be enough outroar to allow it. What the hell? Okay. Don't feel bad for Emmett. He had a chance to get a belt after arguably losing to Cater. I thought he lost to Dan Ige as well. But anyway, thank you for the $5, Vince G. I appreciate your $5 dono. Who loses your virginity first, you or Guru? Ask your mother about my virginity, bro. Why don't you ask her? Sup, nerd? What's up, Skang Biscuit? I hope Nate the Train wins, and I have a bad feeling Ige is going to find that chin early. Yeah, I think Ige is going to probably KO him. My bad, it switched up. It's Sarukian. What are we talking about? How is fighting positive? Bro, everyone was saying they're tired of Powder, Chandler, and Justin fighting each other. After Justin won against Fazeev, everyone's saying to book Justin Dustin, MMA fans. I love Justin Dustin. Did you enjoy TUF yesterday? I didn't watch it. Israel ducked Alex Burr in a trilogy and tried to fight Duplessis for an easy win. He didn't duck anyone, dude. Saying TUF this and TUF that, how does the new season of TUF have an impact on the legacy of Casey Kenny? I don't know. It's just the UFC dick munchers being mad you're talking shit. That's exactly what it is. These people got Dana White up their ass, Dana White down their throat, Dana White in their head. They want to defend their deity, Dana White. And that's it. They get upset when they hear anything negative. Don't feel bad for Emmett. He had a chance to get the belt after. Okay, read that. Now you timed out. Your mother is dead? All right. Well, I'm sorry I did that to her. Bro added an extra 3. Put your mother in a straitjacket? What does that mean? Who wins MVP or Leon? Is that even a serious question? Same people think MMA is UFC. Exactly. Who said that? This channel says it how it is, and it's very underrated. Keep it up. Thank you, Ben Castle. Thank you. Dana, he is... Yeah, I know he is. There's these people that just worship Dana White, you know? I'm going to start calling them the Dana White sycophants. That's what I'm going to start calling them. That's a new nickname. That's a new joke on the channel. The Dana White sycophants. So... Have you been following the Conor True Geordie beef? Haha, Conor in shambles. I have not. I've seen like MMA tweeting out stuff about it. I have not read it. I don't even know who True Geordie is, to be honest. So, no, I haven't been following it. New fight got added to UFC 289. What fight got added? I squashed her to death. Hey, she died doing what she loved, all right, Gib? She died doing what she loved. A product or company won't take steps to improve if we don't criticize. Exactly. I'm just waiting for my day. I just want to be slandered by Dana White in a post-fight. Please, MMA gods, let me be slandered by Dana White. Let him slander me. Let him slander my appearance at a post-fight presser. Please, MMA gods. If we get anything this year, let Dana White slander me. That would be the highlight of my year. I would laugh my ass off. I would laugh my ass off. Whew, that'd be so enjoyable. David Dvorak versus... Who was David Dvorak fighting? That fight might have got canceled. Who was he fighting? He had a fight booked, I think. Let me take a look real quick. David Dvorak versus Matt Schnell. What, is that getting canceled? Yeah. Okay. Imagine a 21 rant like the De La Hoya rant. Oh my goodness. I would enjoy that so much. I would watch it at least like 10 times. I would enjoy it so much. You know, there's some people, I don't like when people go around and attack other people's appearances and intentionally try to make people feel shitty. But for me, as someone who does not care what anyone says, oh, I would get so much joy out of it. Just having Dana White just rip into me on a post-fight would be the greatest MMA moment of my life. The greatest MMA moment of my life, okay? And I would do a video breakdown of it, and it would be just so glorious, you know? Imagine he's like, I see these dumbasses on the internet. This guy, MMA Joey, this fat ass, he doesn't like The Ultimate Fighter. And his hairline looks like Neil Magny's and Damon Jackson's. He doesn't like The Ultimate Fighter. This guy doesn't even watch The Ultimate Fighter. If you don't like it, don't watch it. Don't watch it with that Neil Magny hairline. You know, this kid has done everything he could possibly do to slander the UFC's name. And I'm not going to stand for it, all right? And he looks like he came from the 1990s, too. There is nothing that would make me happier. Oh, it'd be so enjoyable. You guys, Schnell is out. It's in Discord. Damn, well, that makes the card worse. David Dvorak versus Matt Schnell was good. I would laugh my ass off. Dana said that MMA Joey guy is right. Joey keeps turning down our Rumble offers. Yeah, I would just say he's mad because I turned down the rights to be exclusively on Rumble. I'm being dead serious. I would die laughing if someone sent me a clip of Dana White talking shit. I'd laugh so hard. I'd probably faint. Robin Black picked Conor to beat Floyd. Never forget that. You know what? Now that you say that, I think I remember Dana White hyping that up after the fact. I think. Dude, stop typing weird shit in the chat. You're like 13. You're like 13. You ain't never even talked to a female, let alone touched one. Shut your mouth. What, are you drinking your dad's alcohol while he's out with your mother? Shouldn't you watch TUF before calling it a disaster? What sucked about the first episode is all the cut content that was actually interesting. No. The show's been the same for 10 years. Everything I criticized, I guarantee is there. So, everything I criticized is guaranteed there. But I understand that criticism. I accept the criticism, but I know for a fact everything that I've criticized exists. Okay? I would bet my life on it. Chris Curtis would be a top 10 middleweight if he lets his hands go more. He needs to get comfortable. He gets too comfortable in defense. It's crazy because he should have had that win over Kelvin. But I know what you mean. Yeah, sometimes he's just so good at defending, he lets guys put volume on him. One second. Damn, dude. Yeah, dude's talking weird shit in the chat. Ain't never talked to a female in his entire life. Ain't never talked to a female in his entire life. Guarantee probably still plays with action figures. All right. He's watching Saturday morning cartoons. and come into people's chats and talking about weird shit. But no hate, no hate. I was thinking about staying up from the UK to watch TUF yesterday. Sounds like a good thing I didn't, dude. That'd have been the worst decision of your life. That'd have been one of the worst decisions of your life. Do you ever watch pre or post fight interviews with fighter or just fights? Very more likely post fights than pre fights, but occasionally pre fights. Occasionally pre fights. But it's rare. It's rare. I mean, even some of the bigger interviews, like I remember Adesanya did that interview after he lost to Pereira. I never even watched that until like I watched like bits and pieces of it recently before 287. I was just curious what he said. I was dying about Conor was actually sparring with them and he looked like shit. Really? Really? I did not know that. That's interesting. Dude said Saturday morning cartoons. Dude's talking about women and he's waking up for Saturday morning cartoons. Eating SpongeBob popsicles. So, would you rather hang out a full year with Clay Guida and the boys or buy a Power Slap pay-per-view? I'd buy a Power Slap pay-per-view and not watch it. That's what I would go with. That's what I would go with. He's definitely on crack. You're almost at 10K. Congrats, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. This is an MMA channel, not a blank channel. Bro still got a nap time? Yeah, I bet you if I could get his parents' number and tell him what he's saying online, dude, I bet you he'd get grounded. I'm 100% certain he'd get grounded. I would bet my life on it. I'd bet my life on it. Boys. Joey's a true. The last Power Slap event got more views than all the Super Bowls that ever happened combined. Yeah, on the second Saturday of every month between 6 a.m. and 7 a.m. That's true. McGregor was getting tooled up in sparring clips. That's crazy. And you know they probably edited it to make him look good, too. You know they probably edited it up to make him look good. Which is the funny part. According to Dana White, impressions mean views. Basically, all he does is hype up TikTok. From what I understand, random ass people get millions of views all the time. So, dude's just hyping up TikTok views. Just hyping up some old TikTok views. So... Bro tried to say that was not him. You told me last time that you have 2 accounts with the same thing. And this is the same account that you had before. So I get it, dude. You did it from a different account. I know for a fact it was you. Because you literally talked from that other account, that exact one with that same unique username. You talked about emailing me before, which only you could have known that because it came from your email. But I get it. You're messing around with one, then you switch to the other one and say, oh, it wasn't me. Check it out. I get it. Doesn't matter either way. It was just weird, dude. I'm not going to tell your parents. Don't worry about it. I get it was you. I don't get upset. I'm not upset. I'm not sad. I'm not going to get your parents to spank you, dude. You know, I'm not going to get Saturday morning cartoons canceled. You know, I'm sure your parents will still take you to the playground this weekend. It's not a big deal, bro. No need to apologize. And, look, dude knew. Dude knew I called him. I seen that one because I checked that other one before when you were messaging. And I seen this unique username. And I seen this exact profile pic. So I get it. But anyway, moving on. No big deal. I wonder why they decided to get previously cut fighters on TUF 31. You know they're just going to get cut again? That the UFC is just trying to fill airtime. UFC's just trying to fill airtime. Prodigy can't... Dude, I know for a fact that everything I just said is accurate, okay? So stop acting like anything's new. Stop acting like it's a big deal. Stop acting like it's a big deal. Because it's not. Bro got pressed and started to apologize. Exactly. He has 2 accounts that look the same but are different. And he comes in on both of them. He trolled on one, came back on the other one. And, yeah. That's it. That's all I got to say. It's no big deal. It is what it is. It's just kind of childish, but what do you expect? What do you expect? But I'm not going to... It's not like I'm going to call up anyone, get them spanked. It is what it is. No harm, no foul. I'm moving on. I'm moving on, boys. Next question. Next question. Bro, there's no way ESPN's going to want to re-sign with the UFC after UFC 289 does like 20K pay-per-view buys. UFC 289 will probably do like... I say it probably does like 250. Just because of Oliveira versus Beneil. Conspiracy theory. I don't even think Oliveira got hurt. I think they just moved him to 289. Whopper, 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 Whopper. Junior Bacon Double Whopper. Sounds about right. I can only imagine how many Burger King commercials they served with that TUF. The co-main event saves the card. That it does. That it does. I don't think any event is doing less than 200K. It is possible a very shitty event, but like usually the bottom of the barrel is like 150K. That's like the bottom of the barrel. Sometimes when I watch other MMA channels, it occurs to me how great the quality of MMA Joey's channel. MMA Joey channel looks very professional. Thank you, Checkers Lane. Anybody else want to throw out any more compliments in the chat? Prodigy, now's your chance. Anybody want to throw any compliments out in the chat? Thank you, Checkers Lane. Professional. I'll tell you this right now. Ain't nobody have better video quality than me in the MMA YouTube space. Nobody. So, all hail King Joey. UFC 295 Esparza versus Namajunas versus Esparza 3 does 100 mil. Yeah, I agree with you. I saw a foreign BK and the food actually looked good. That's interesting. I never thought of that. That's very interesting. If the co-main event was a fallout, they better make that pay-per-view into a fight night. Dude, if it fell out, I'm not buying that shit. I'm not streaming it. I'm moving on. I'm moving on with my life. I'm going to go do something else. Damn, there's 3. And second one was bleached to my eyes. What are you talking about? That's true? What's true? I don't even know what I said anymore. I just can't get over Checkers Lane. He's making me blush. Checkers Lane over here making me blush. Greetings, Joey. What's up, Mark? I sometimes listen to your videos through my AirPods at work. Good to listen to while working. Thank you, Ben. That's crazy, dude. If I can help you get you through your workday without blowing up and quitting, I'm happy. I'm happy to help. That's wild. Just imagine some dudes at work just walking around with his AirPods in, listening to me talk about MMA. That's a beautiful sight. That's almost bringing tears to my eyes, okay? That hits me right in the feels. That's like when I found out the WWE wasn't real. That's like when I found out Colby Covington's the co-main event king. Co-main event Colby Covington. Joey, who you got? Kai Kara France, Albazi. I haven't watched your prediction yet. I did a full card breakdown. It has timestamps. Comment below. And down in the comments of the video. I'm going Kai Kara France by decision. I just think he's fought better competition. I think the striking's good. I think the takedown defense is good. I have to go Kai Kara France. Hola, Joey. Nice videos. Is it me or has the UFC card been really subpar as of past year, it seems? I wouldn't say the past year. I would say the past couple of weeks. And there's been some sprinkled in, but I wouldn't say the past year, no. Because the end of last year was amazing. What does more pay-per-view buys, Francis Ngannou PFL pay-per-view or UFC 289? Depends who Francis Ngannou's fighting. Depends. Did you check out the Chris Curtis Strickland podcast? I have not, but I do know of its existence. Okay? You guys have to realize, outside of MMA, which I guess that's MMA related, people always like, oh, you don't know this guy, you don't know that guy. Outside of MMA stuff, I'm like the guy who like lives in Alaska with no internet, basically. I know that sounds crazy, but I'm not paying attention to all these different, things that I just don't deem super important. But I do know of its existence. I hope it does well. I hope it does really well. I wonder how long it will last. But I hope it lasts a while. I hope it gets a lot of subs, and I hope it makes them some serious money. Let's go check it out. How many views did it get? Let me take a look. 35K views isn't horrible. Let's see, how long is the podcast? 46 minutes. They got 6.6K subscribers. Not too shabby, considering he just started the channel. Yeah, the inception was April 23rd, 2023. Sean Strickland UFC. Does he have shorts? Yeah, he has shorts up. But yeah, hopefully they keep doing it. Hopefully it grows for him. Prodigy's upgrading his consistency. Are you going to apologize for lying? Look, I don't mind any of the weird stuff you sent. But are you going to apologize for lying? You lied and said that wasn't me when I knew it was you. I just want you to admit it. I want to hear that dirty little mouth admit it. That's all I want to hear. Bro, I watched your last video earlier and literally did not notice your thumbnail. That's pixie dust, right? Oh my god, who didn't notice this in the thumbnail? Let me put this on stream real quick. I want to put this on stream. Hold on one second, guys. All right. This is my most recent thumbnail. Did anybody notice Conor's nose? Let's throw it in here real quick. Let's bring it up. Let's blow it up real quick. Did anybody notice Conor's nose? Did anybody notice Conor's nose at all? Come on now, guys. I threw that in there for specifically. I didn't even get one comment about it. I threw that in there for my own personal Easter egg. I did not notice that. It genuinely wasn't me. Dude, that was the same account you came on the other day. So just admit it, dude. It doesn't matter. I don't even care about anything you said. I just don't like the lying. I didn't notice. So nobody even noticed it. I went through my trouble to add that there. And nobody even noticed it. Shame on you guys. That's a damn good thumbnail, by the way. I mean, that's not my... I didn't make that picture, but just to throw that on there for you guys, I thought it looked pretty good, too. I'm going to have to start working more Easter eggs into the thumbnails. And, like, bonus points for people who notice. Chat GPT and denies it? What do you mean? The blue lighting kind of overshadows it? Okay, fair enough. But it's still there. It's still there, which is good. It's quite hilarious if you ask me. I just said this thumbnail, you know what, this thumbnail needs a small adjustment. The new video is doing all right. It's got almost 3,000 views. It's starting to fizzle out a little bit, but it can pick up steam. It's getting about 200 views per hour. It has, so just for comparison, we were talking about watch time the other night. This video has been out for 8 hours or so. It's got over 300 hours of watch time. That's crazy good for me, at least. It's not the best I've ever got. It's about the same as usual. But that's pretty good. Like, let's see what I Hate UFC 289 did. I did like 500. The UFC sabotaging Pereira's career. I got 800, not 700 actually. If you had to guess, when does Chandler versus Conor happen? Probably December or January if it does happen. Conor might do coke with those voicemails. Funny AF. I have not watched those or listened to those, but I've seen them before in the past. I don't know. I don't even know who True Georgie is, but I've seen like MMA fighting tweeting about it. But I just scrolled right over it. Hours play of the McGregor. What does that mean? What are you asking? On Saturday, we're going to find out if Albazi is elite. So far, I'm not sold. Agreed. He was saying he can beat boxing and Conor. I don't know. You've retracted the message, so I don't know. I mean, honestly, at this point, I think I could take out Conor. Dude's on coke 24/7. Just throw a little coke on the ground. He bends over to pick it up. Uppercut. Boom. Knee to the face. John O, thank you for the $10 dono. Shout out to all Joey's compliments to the channel. I'm always LMAOing through the videos. Positive impact on people's lives and been learning a ton. Listening during work shifts. Keeping sanity intact. I agree. Dude, that's crazy, bro. Learning a ton and listening, making a positive impact on people's lives. Damn, you get me emotional right here. All right, dude. I love the fact that John O goes through the trouble like once a week to change it to a different picture of Joe Martinez. But that's crazy. Hearing shit like that, which I've heard a couple times. Making positive impact on people's lives through the internet, through these live streams, through these videos, helping educate people about the sport in general. That's wild to me. That's mind-blowing. What do you thank you for the $10, John O? I appreciate it, man. I really do. I really, really, really do. What if John O was really Joe Martinez? What's Joe Martinez's middle name? That's what we need to find out. If he is John O, he better slide me some bread. Shut up, JJ. Go cut a lawn, you bitch. Stop crying and go cut a lawn. Yeah, I think you basically need to cut a lawn. Will Joe Martinez ever replace Buffer? I don't know, man. I have no idea. Any UFC deal in Saudi Arabia soon? I mean, technically, Um, I don't know. I know the UAE is close to Saudi Arabia, but yeah, I don't know. Joey, no racial slurs in chat. That's the rule. You know that's the rule. For real, Joey, you've got a ton of great MMA knowledge to learn from. Thank you, Solomon Smith. I know. I just know. I just think of them. I know they're close by to each other, and they have a deal with Abu Dhabi, so I don't think they'll ever have a deal with Saudi Arabia. I mean, Saudi Arabia, aren't they still cutting people's heads off? Maybe Abu Dhabi does it too. I don't know. But doubtful. Doubtful. It's like the UFC's never coming back to Baltimore because if they're coming to the East Coast, they're going to New York or New Jersey. So, don't talk to me that way. I'll talk to you however I please. What are you going to do about it? Does Vancouver affect the fight in UFC 289? What do you mean? Does it affect the fight? Bruce Buffer will always be the OG. However, Martinez is still quite good for the Apex cards. I was watching a fight maybe from LFA the other night, and Joe Martinez was announced, and I was like, yeah. Saudi's good enough for WWE, so it's good enough for UFC. Yeah, but the thing is, if they're going to go over there, they're going to just go to Abu Dhabi. Abu Dhabi's going to pay them more. So they're not going to go to Saudi Arabia, too. I doubt it. Does location give one an advantage? I don't think so. Not that I know of, but I'm sure someone will lose and make an excuse. I'm sure some young whippersnapper will lose and make an excuse. At least I think. Joseph Anthony Martinez is an American ring announcer currently. Dude, why do you keep copy and pasting Wikipedia? Look at the deal of WWE. The problem is betting sponsors, probably. Oh. Well, there you go. I'm sure there's plenty of reasons, but maybe they'll eventually go there. Maybe they won't. I don't know. Shout out to Mike Grundy. Oh, I talked about that in my recent video, didn't I? Places such as Utah can give a fighter an advantage, such as Usman and Justin, who train at elevation. Yeah, I mean, the advantage is really training at elevation and having good cardio. In my opinion. No matter where you're at, you should have good stamina. If you're going somewhere that has higher elevation, go get acclimatized. I said that weird, but you get the point. I was going to say acclimate it, and then I changed it. Your recent video? Yeah, I was trying to think. I knew I said it recently at some point, but then I didn't realize it. I just signed a deal with the UFC to have events in my backyard. Awesome. Is it true Habib is back at training at AKA? I have no idea. UFC is never making it to Asia apart from Dubai. They've been to China before. Do you think the UFC should go to Hawaii for an event? I don't really care one way or another if they do or don't. But they said they don't have the ability to. But Bellator goes there multiple times a year, so. Justice for Mike Grundy. We got justice for Mike Grundy. They're coming back to Singapore this August. There you go. I forgot about that. Wasn't that recently announced? I believe that was recently announced. And they had a Korea event scheduled earlier this year. There you go, too. South Korea. Imagine they went to North Korea. I wouldn't fight on that card. I wouldn't fight on that card. They abduct you, hold you ransom. Damn. But that'd be crazy. What's the justice for Mike Grundy thing? Inside joke. Dude, just admit to your lies and I'll tell you. Just admit to your lies and I'll tell you. Suter should have came back to fight with Sugar, then try Aljo, but he effed up. I don't think the UFC was going to offer him that fight. The road to UFC semifinals take place August 26th, fight night in Singapore. That's interesting. I'll have to start keeping up with that. I haven't kept up with it enough. A call out to Sugar would have made more sense as someone retired. I mean, I guess so. I don't think Sean O'Malley wanted that fight, and I don't think the UFC wanted to make that fight. So, it is what it is. I don't think it would have happened even if had he called him out. I can't believe tomorrow, well, effectively in 28 minutes, it will be June 1st, boys. It will be June 1st. Dude, it has a unique username. But alright, no big deal. You see Marab hit up Damon Jackson? I seen a picture in the Discord with him getting drawings on his head, but I do not know exactly what it is. Alonzo Menefield trains at elevation. His cardio is horrible. Dude, he looked terrible in that Jimmy Crute fight. He looked absolutely atrocious in the Jimmy Crute fight. So, I don't know. Dude dropped Fortis for Pat Barry. Who did? Who should Patty fight in Abu Dhabi? My pick would be Matt Frivola. I think they need to make Patty Pimlet versus Matt Frivola. That'd be fun as hell. Wasn't TKZ versus Chikadze supposed to be the main event of the career card? Yes. Oh, Alonzo Menefield dropped. Is he training with Pat Barry? I don't remember. June 3rd is almost here. It went by so fast. That is true. Your thoughts on Evan Elder? I don't know. I don't remember. I don't really have any thoughts on Evan Elder. I don't remember his performances. Thoughts on Carlos Ulberg, who is Adesanya's teammate in light heavyweight. I wish they would have booked Alex Pereira versus Carlos Ulberg. That'd have been fun as hell at light heavyweight. Ulberg versus Ryan Spann makes sense. I like that idea. The Menefield fight says a lot about Crute. Crute needed a defense grab to get a draw. Dude, that fight was horrible. That fight was atrocious. That fight was an absolute embarrassment. Absolutely, what an intro fight to light heavyweight. Yeah, that would have been sick, and you would have kept the storyline going. You'd have gave Alex Pereira a more manageable matchup than Jan Blachowicz. It'd have been perfect. You think Crute gets it done at UFC 290? Dude, I don't trust Crute to even, mow his lawn without cutting off his toes. Conor versus Diaz, 50 rounds. Who wins? Diaz. Absolutely, positively Diaz. I would pick Diaz. I can't imagine him losing in a 50-round fight. Conor would gas out. Conor always gasses out. Conor has a sus gas tank, as the cool kids would say. Opinion on fighters who have gotten a lot of money, money already getting bonuses, and the fighters with less money getting less bonuses for having a better performance sometimes. It's annoying. But I just hate I'm not a big fan of the whole structure. You better hope you get a bonus. I would like if they gave at least a 20K bonus for every finish. And then they gave out the 50K bonuses on top of that. And I think that'd be better for the sport overall in terms of excitement level. Opinion, okay, Diaz never loses, he just runs out of 100 rounds. Yeah, I guess so. That is the famous quote, he just never loses, he just runs out of time. Nothing will be as bad as the fan bonus system when Rose got a bonus for a fight against Carla. Oh my goodness. What were the fans doing? I can't believe that. Did they stop doing that fan voted bonus? That fan voted bonus was horrible. I can't believe they gave her a bonus. I hate the fans for that. I'll never forgive the MMA fans for that one. What a terrible, terrible, terrible idea. Oh, let's let the fans vote on the bonus. I mean, oh, Conor's definitely going to get it. I mean, it's crazy. It's a popularity contest. It's not about the actual performance. People like Rose, so therefore, I don't know how they like her after that performance. They gave her the bonus. Has Rose just crawled into a crack somewhere or what? So, remember BKFC when the owner refused to give a bonus because there wasn't a knockout? I don't remember that. Um, 20K guaranteed finish bonus would definitely be perfect change. Yeah, I think it's good. They should get an actual panel to vote on it, not Dana. Yeah, I agree. Iron Rose is getting ready for 125. We'll see. Crawled into Pat Barry's crack. All right. Guys, do me a favor. If you haven't already, like the stream. I would appreciate it. We got 70 people in here. Run up the likes on the stream. I would greatly appreciate it. If you're watching this stream back, if you're watching the live chat back later, throw a comment down below. This is for the people watching in the future. You know, this is not live when you're watching it. But leave a comment down below and let me know that you're watching it. I want to know that you're here an hour and 6 minutes in. So, I am Eric Ann. Always comment and funny timestamps, dude. I just saw your name here. You're always commenting funny timestamps. You commented the one last night when I was like, oh, I'm pretty sure that was you. Rose is definitely in witness protection, dude. Rose is getting a nasty divorce right now. And I can't wait till the MMA creators get a hold of that. I'm hearing per sources she's getting divorced. Maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe I just made that up. Or maybe she's getting divorced. She's saying, you know what, Pat? You're going to die 50 years before me anyway. So, all the simps will be out like, oh, Rose, we're here for you. How does Conor versus Frola bring him back into the top 15? Dude, I even would pick Frola over Conor at this point. I picked Conor initially over Chandler. I don't think I'm doing it anymore. I have to see how he looks come fight time, which may be a year from now. Yeah, I usually fall asleep during the finish, the live stream when I can the next day. Appreciate you, man. The timestamps are always enjoyable because I forget what I say. Like, I won't remember half of what I say on this stream, and then when I get a timestamp comment, I'm like, oh, I got to go see what that is. And then I go check it out, and it's usually something funny. Just book Conor versus Jalen Turner. Now, Conor wants Matt Brown. Conor wants Matt Brown. Imagine they cancel the Chandler fight. They give him Matt Brown. What an embarrassment that would be. What an absolute embarrassment that would be. Could you imagine they did something along those lines? But it wouldn't surprise me. You had Conor McGregor begging for Diego Sanchez. That was at that point in time I knew Conor was done. The Conor McGregor we once knew, he's dead and gone. Dude's begging for a fight with the dead corpse of Diego Sanchez. Dana literally told him, I should lose my promoter's license if I make that fight. And Conor was like, please give me the dead corpse of Diego. I want an easy win. Conor acts like he's a badass, so I'll fight anyone, anywhere, anytime. But what in reality is, he's looking for the most favorable matchups he can find. That's what he's doing. What did Conor say to Diego? No, he released screenshots of messaging Dana White. He was messaging Dana White begging to fight Diego Sanchez. And Conor's the one that released the screenshots. Dana was pissed. And it was an embarrassing look for Conor. I think it was one of the most embarrassing moments of his career. Probably the most embarrassing moment of his career. That really happened, dude. Diego was a dead body. This was only like 2-3 years ago. This was like 2020, late 2020, so 2.5 years ago. Dude was begging for Diego Sanchez in text. I'm sure if you search Conor McGregor, Diego Sanchez, Dana White, it'll come out. Conor McGregor, Diego Sanchez, Dana White, screenshots. Let's see what he said. Conor McGregor leaks DMs from Dana White. Come on now. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. See. Why is this image not loading? A fight late May, LA. Me and Diego in Dublin in August. Rematch end of the year. Boom. Me and Diego in Dublin is a cracker. Dana says, bro, we should lose our promoter's license if we make that fight. I thought he fought one of his better fights, being honest, considering the opponent's style and attributes. What date is the Brazil card? I thought there was more. Who's next? Gaethje, when, where? Get it going. Same as before. I'm going to have my team reach out. Is that what you want? I'll have my guy call you right now. International Fight Week. Never happened. Because dude didn't want to fight Gaethje. Dude didn't want to fight Gaethje. He wanted Diego Sanchez. He wanted Diego Sanchez. That's what he wanted. Fellow traveler, thank you for your $2 donation, my friend. Who would win, two DJs or one Ngannou? I don't know. I feel like two DJs would win because I feel like he'd find a way to get a rear naked choke. One distracts him, one finds a rear naked choke. I think. Conor accidentally tweeting gay porn was pretty embarrassing. I remember that. He actually liked it. And it was up for hours. So Diego even had the Josh Parisian body. Yeah, he had the lightweight version of Josh Parisian's body. Oh my. And then Conor saying he looked good in his last fight. So that was like February of 2020. Let's see who Diego fought before that. Don't tell me it was the Michelle Pereira DQ. I'm going to shit myself if it was. So let's see. February of 2020. I think it was the Michelle Pereira DQ. If it wasn't the Michelle Pereira DQ, it was the Michael Chiesa beatdown. That's hilarious. So it was one of those two. Either way, it's equally as comical. I would pay to watch Conor smash cans. Well, shame on you, Blaze One. The worst part is Conor actually leaked those messages himself like it was a good idea. He said, me and Diego in Dublin's a cracker. Dude, oh, shit. Oh, shit. Conor McGregor throwing out racial slurs. Let's call the police on him. Let's call the fire department. Dude said racial slurs in his leaked text messages. I'm making a full breakdown and video on that one. I didn't see anyone try to explain it away, but I find it awfully funny. Yeah, but the Conor fanboys definitely don't like that. But I don't care. I mean, I just think it's kind of weird. Conor should be fighting Paddy Pimblett? Maybe. Saw a clip of Aspinall saying he actually now put pressure on the knee on the mat comfortably, so it's looking positive. Didn't they already announce a fight for him? Or am I imagining things? Who do you think Oliveira calls out if he wins? Probably Islam. Justin would KO Conor badly at this point. Agreed. Most Conor fans are casuals, and most hardcore MMA fans don't care as much about Conor nowadays. I think it's a mix of both. But if you're a hardcore MMA fan, what do you care anymore? Because he doesn't fight. He literally doesn't fight. Have you seen the UFC London card finalized? Pretty lame card. They have Molly in the co-main. Ew. We were talking about that yesterday. Imagine Dana actually gives Matt Brown to Conor for an easy win and Matt Brown elbows him to the pits of hell. That would be hilarious. I would die laughing, dude. Remember when Conor threatened to kill Aspinall? Most fighters would get slandered for doing that. Dude, Conor does everything, gets away with it. Because he generates clicks and he generates views and he generates money. I honestly believe we could get a full-blown video of Conor beating his children mercilessly. And Dana would be like, oh, we'll let the legal system play out. We'll see what happens. But yeah. Dude was threatening to kill Poirier's family. The thing is, Conor's a draw like Colby. Nah, they ain't even close to the same. But point taken. People sleep on Chandler. He dropped Oliver and Gaethje. He's looking to rock Poirier on the feet. He might finish Conor. Yeah, I think I'm going with Chandler. I think I'm switching my pick to Chandler. After seeing Conor just go down a downward spiral, there'll be a good 30 for 30 done on Conor one day. I'm surprised Conor didn't beg to fight William Knight. Yeah, after that performance. After that last performance we saw in the UFC from Knight, it wouldn't shock me. It would not shock me. Conor isn't fighting this year? I doubt it. But if he does, he fights in December. If I see him get tested by USADA this week, I'll say he fights in December. But until then, he's not fighting this year. Honestly, I just bet on second round KO in the Conor Chandler fight. Yeah. I think it's probably first round, honestly, though. Conor calling out Kron Disgracie? Probably. Kron Disgracie calling out Shamrock? Okay. Conor's 1-3 over the past 7 years. I hate how he's still relevant. I know people act like he's... Yeah, Conor this, Conor that. He's literally nobody. Imagine Dana's face if Conor gets KO'd round 1. Dude, Dana will be so upset. Dana will be so upset. Uncle Rico Conor. Yeah, Conor's Uncle Rico of MMA. He's like hitting pads and saying, "Yeah, I could have been 3-weight champion, 4-weight champion. I just wasn't given the opportunity. I just wasn't given the opportunity." That's the truth. He's going to be hitting pads at 47 years old, and yeah, that's basically what's going to happen. That's basically what's going to happen. Thoughts on fans who pirate pay-per-views? I'm not going to clutch my pearls over it, but it's not something I do. It's not something I do. But what am I going to do? Clutch my pearls and whine? No. I do find it funny those same people are always complaining, this guy's a draw, this guy's a draw, this guy deserves a pay-per-view fight because he's a draw. Like as if they're getting paid off the pay-per-view buys and as if they don't stream every pay-per-view anyway by stealing it illegally. If Conor gets flatlined by Chandler, does he fight again? Probably some type of freak show fight. Whether it's boxing or UFC gives him some type of fluff fight for an easy win, and the MMA media will applaud it because they want him back on the winning track. He could get KO'd by Chandler. Next thing you know, they're going to give Matt Brown, and he could KO Matt Brown, and then they put him back in the rankings. And say, the king is back. I could see Ariel saying that on his show. I'm sorry, I ain't buying Nunes Aldana for $90. You're right. They might end up making the Nate trilogy. That would probably happen. I would probably guess. I hope it doesn't happen, but if Conor finishes Chandler, I've got a strange feeling Dana will try to give Conor the title shot at 170. Oh, for sure. Remember when Dana thought he was the CIA? We're coming for you. Yeah. I was actually thinking about that the other day. Dude, Dana's just become more and more unhinged over the last few years. But yeah, dude was like, oh yeah, we got a guy we're staking at his house right now. Like, shut up, Dana, dude. Go back and start watching Rumble some more. Conor and his boys versus Guida and the boys in an Irish pub brawl. I say Conor and his boys because they'll all be coked up, so they won't feel a thing. That would be my guess. So, yeah, Dana lives in Conor's armpit. That makes sense. But yeah, Dana was acting like, we got the FBI, we got the CIA, they're watching you. And the second this pay-per-view starts, you're going down, bub. You are going down. We will immediately be swarming your house with a SWAT team. I just imagine Dana just chilling outside of this dude's house, watching him click around on his computer. It was a weird time. It was a weird time to be a fan. Dana called the CIA the person who took the hot tub pic. Yo, the Luscious V. The old Luscious V hot tub pick. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. The Luscious V in the hot tub. Dude took a pic with his bro like that. I can't even fathom saying like, hey bro, look at this sweet pic I got of us. I'm going to post this on my socials. Is that cool with you? I don't know. I'm telling you at one point in time, I'm going to do a meetup in Vegas. I'm going to go to a pay-per-view in Vegas and we're going to do a meetup. And I'll make sure I have a hot tub in my hotel room. And for one lucky member, we're going to recreate the pic. We're going to have a hotel party. We're going to recreate the pic. I'm being Dana. I'm not being the other dude, though. But it'd be funny. Even weirder time being a fan with the Endeavor merging with WWE and Power Slap. Basically, yeah. I don't know if they're merged with Power Slap, though. If Conor gets flatlined by Chandler, he takes 2 years off before he returns again. Wouldn't shock me. John O, thank you for the $4.99 dono. What do you imagine the presser will be like if Dana finally announces he's hanging it up with the UFC? Just imagining ahead of time. What do you imagine the presser will be like and Dana finally announces he's hanging it up for the UFC? I don't believe he will have a presser. I think Dana will leave disgruntledly. I think someone above him is going to kind of push him out. It's not going to be public, but Dana's going to be salty about it, and Dana's going to say, yeah, I just had bigger, better things going on. And Dana will probably leave the UFC and start, focusing on Power Slap. He said, look, I got a Power Slap. It's growing. It's worldwide. It's doing more views than the Super Bowl. I'm making a killing. You can imagine this Rumble deal, this second-year deal from Rumble. I just signed exclusively on Rumble. And I think essentially that's what will happen. He'll be kind of slowly phased out. He won't be happy about it. And I don't think there'll be a farewell tour. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Dana decides, look, I'm going to move on to other things. And maybe he does come out and say, look, this is going to be it for me. But I doubt it. But it'll be very, very, very interesting when that happens. That'll be uncertain times. Imagine Dana leaves and just starts trashing the UFC. That would be wild. But I don't think that would happen. I don't think that. I think Dana's one of those guys that's just like, always has to have his hands in something and has to have that extreme authority over groups of people, in my opinion. But thank you, John O, for the $5 dono. But it'd be very weird if he announces ahead of time, look, the end of the year is the end for me. And I'll be gone soon. I don't know what that would look like. That'd be very, very weird. Don't invite Jack to the hot tub. He might get excited. Stop. Conor may have a chance against Moreno at heavyweight. Maybe. BKFC and Muay Thai with MMA gloves in the sport of the future, not Power Slap. BKFC and Muay Thai with MMA gloves. Maybe. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Would Hunter taking over the helping UFC? Would it be worse if he replaced Dana? I don't know. It's impossible to say, but I think Hunter Campbell is put there to learn everything Dana White's doing. When you're getting ready to fire someone at work or you're getting ready to someone's going to retire, you put someone to learn everything they do. So, I think Hunter Campbell there is to learn everything that Dana does, and I think he will take his spot when he goes. Bro, Dana will go full Uncle Rico mode when he retires. He'll be held to every Vegas event for free forever. Yeah, probably. He'll be in the crowd. The Simps will just still ride him to the end of the days. He'll probably still tweet out thoughts. He'll probably still tweet out thoughts about like different things going on. Somebody commented on my video 11 minutes ago. Hey, I remember when you just started, and I was like, who's this weird guy with 2 viewers always getting recommended to me talking to himself? Good for you. Shout out to that guy. Appreciate the comment. It's crazy. Almost finally to 10K. We're going to get there so soon. It's going to be beautiful. It's going to be beautiful. It's crazy to me that in like February we had 6,000. Hunter Campbell gets trained by Dana in the hot tub? Maybe. Imagine the circus if Kron Disgracie versus Ryan Hall was made. That'd be pretty crazy. I could see... there'll be a lot of jiu-jitsu fanboys just like sucking that matchup. But that matchup makes sense. I could see Conor KOing Chandler and then calling out Jim Miller. Yeah, for UFC 300. Give me Jim Miller at UFC 300. I'll box his bleeding head off. Bring Diego Sanchez back. Bring the dead corpse of Diego Sanchez back. I want to fight him finally. What's up, Joey? Just got back from some training. What's going on, Jack? Did you see the pic I tagged you in Discord, dude? I took that pic specifically for you, and you never even responded. So, I took that picture for you in the heart of Baltimore, and you didn't even respond, dude. You clown. Guys, if anybody's watching right now, double check and make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Anyway, we're already at an hour and a half. We'll probably go for like another 10 minutes, and then I'm going to get out of here, go to sleep as in a reasonable hour. Crazy that Jim Miller is still fighting in the UFC at 39. Hope he wins versus Gordon. Yeah, I hope he does as well, and then he just waits out for 300. He waits out for 300. That's what he wants. He wants to be the first guy to fight at UFC 100, 200, 300, or the only guy to fight at 100, 200, and 300. And it'll be very, very interesting if he does. It'll just be cool. What a historic moment it would be for him in general. Crazy a cap. Crazy how Frankie Edgar was forgotten so quickly after retiring. That is true. Been busy. Let me check out the pic you sent me. Oh, shut your mouth. Been busy. I don't want to hear it. You can look at a picture. TUF 32, Clay Guida and the boys versus Dennis Tudalewin and the boys. Sign me up for that one, bro. Sign me up for that one. Clay Guida and the boys on The Ultimate Fighter. Woohoo! Can't wait to watch Clay Guida chop it up with his boys. Do you think the UFC will give Jim Miller a winnable matchup for UFC 300 or a tough matchup? I hope they give him a winnable matchup. I'm going to say winnable matchup because I have wishful thinking. Yeah, I actually spray painted that myself, Jack. I did it specifically for you. I would stop watching MMA if they hired Clay as a coach. What are they going to hire him for? What are they going to hire him for? Imagine that. Imagine that. Yeah, we're hiring him, Clay Guida and the boys. My nose is itching like crazy. It's so annoying. But that'll never happen. Clay Guida is getting cut from the organization after his next fight, I believe. Hamzat versus Vettori Cannonier. I don't want to see that. Vettori and Cannonier are dead in the middleweight division. Why do I want to see Hamzat potentially get killed off by them, of all people? Bro, I was excited for TUF before this episode. That sucks, dude. Have you seen Dark Side of Habib video they posted on Discord? I have not. What is that? Daniel Rodriguez and the homie versus Clay Guida and the boys. Yeah, that'd be a hell of a tough season for sure. Do you think Hamzat and Kamaru will fight and at what weight? No, I don't. I have a feeling it's not going to happen. I have a feeling it's not going to happen, but I have no idea who he's going to fight. Do you think Usman Nurmagomedov will ever join the UFC? It's possible. I'll say 50-50 shot. I think Bellator's going to try to keep him locked down for a long time. But they top 3 in winnable fights. I don't care if he loses. It's catastrophic. I'm waiting to see Izzy 293 news from Dana. Me too. I'm thinking it might be the Dricus-Whitaker fight's canceled and they're giving Dricus the title shot. So we can hear him argue about who's more African. And people are going to talk about it nonstop. Michael Johnson, the type to get a nasty KO and then get KO'd by Macy Barber in his next fight. Dude, I would have had a clean sweep. I would have had a clean sweep if Michael Johnson didn't get brutally KO'd. So infuriating. 13 out of 13. It would have felt so glorious. It would have felt so glorious. But instead, Michael Johnson had to get brutally KO'd. And screw me out of the clean sweep. Really broke my heart. Michael Johnson just broke my heart. And, but that's the way it goes, I guess. That's the way it goes. Guys, I need you to do me a favor here. I'm counting on you guys. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. I'm counting on you. Like crazy. All right. Let me see. Colby Covington has the black belt and BJJ. Hamzat's going to get triangle choke. No. Chase Sherman has improved so much. Yeah, Chase Sherman's elite. That's why he got cut. UFC posted Michael Chandler house tour on YouTube. Stop. Who's next for Nunes if she beats Aldana? Probably do the Painted Trilogy, even though it shouldn't be. Do you think McKee would give anyone in the UFC featherweight, lightweight rankings any trouble? In featherweight, yes. I don't know who, but he would be able to compete with the top, like 10 to 15 range. Michael Johnson was supposed to win more fights with his speed, and that didn't happen, unfortunately. Agreed. Habib was getting criticized for hanging out with the leader in his side of the world. Hypocrisy, crazy, American, Western, kill just as much. No one's criticized that tone. Okay. I'm dead serious. They posted a house tour. That's embarrassing. Anyway, here's what I need you guys to do. I need you to go watch my recent video on The Ultimate Fighter, where I rant and rave about The Ultimate Fighter. I need you to like that video. I need you to comment on that video. And I need you to watch it all the way to the end. Boost it in the algorithm. I would appreciate it. I just put the link in the chat. If all 65 of you go to the video, like it, comment on it, and watch it to the end, it'd probably get over 10K views. That's how much it would help me in the algorithm. So if you guys could go to the link in the chat, do me a favor before you go, make sure to like this stream. I would greatly appreciate it. If you already watched the video, I appreciate you nonetheless. Thank you guys so much for watching this stream. I appreciate you for joining me for the weekly live chat. I should have a video out tomorrow grading UFC 289. And I appreciate you guys for joining me. I'm going to bed. Good night. Goodbye. And I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy the rest of your night. Don't get Boston crabbed by an intruder. And that's all I got for you. Good night.